Hey, what is the topic? Go ahead. Louder, 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 louder. I think I am speaking in simple English. Right.
I'm Kamei from Kamei Philosophy, second semester. This is okay. So just to start our presentation, I'll try hard not to get bored because in philosophy people are interested, but the topics are boring. I think we have had enough seminars, everything about those boring terms and technicalities and stuff like that.
Hey, louder, louder, thoda louder. Yeah, you are.
Today we will discuss a little bit more about on the human side of philosophy. Those philosophers, all of them talk about the human side of things, but it feels like it is unrelated in academics. I don't know why. But the real thing is every philosopher focus on that too. Since first semester we know we have been discussing about this existentialism, we debate too much about existentialism or self-decay also, and even in the second semester also, in this even in the books and all, from the start with this existentialism all the time. It says we discuss a lot about existentialism. So we have discussed a lot about existentialism. The only thing we missed was we never discussed about what is existentialism. Existentialism is like a diarrhea in philosophy. It's spreading everywhere. So I chose this topic to know a little bit more, but again I find it vast and it is connected with many things. So before discussing this topic, I have to be myself first. With no tension and nervousness, so I wrote everything down here. I like the seminar so much, but because of our more important stuff in this system, like our internals, assignments, and externals for our marks, we must care for. I don't have much time for it. And if there's a university that only practices seminars, and I'll join the university and enjoy them.
Hey, it's a presentation. We are here to. You have to.
What is existentialism? Existentialism is nothing but the search for meaning or creating meaning by ourselves responsibly. When we talk about existentialism, when I search in books about existentialism, there's always this connection, not just about existentialism, like even in our this semester philosophical movement volume 2, in that topic also there's not just existentialism, there's like phenomenology and existentialism. I searched in the library of another book also, it says phenomenology and existentialism. Those topics they are always combined with existentialism. I think it's connected with phenomenology also, pragmatism also, and nihilism also. They're all like the parts of the body. I'll explain a little bit of more. In philosophy or informal education, like there's a joke if we say, how do you ride a cycle? The formal education will be like how many spokes are there in the tire, what's the length and breadth of the pedal, what's the color of the seat, and then memorize the number of those ball bearings on the spike. Else you will fail to ride the cycle. Know the center of gravity of the cycle before you even try it. But the pragmatic or practical people will just sit on top of the cycle and start riding and practice, and that experience you never get in theory. That's the important thing. But we focus too much on other paraphrase and miss the important part. In terms of the education system makes things more complicated, unnecessary, and waste of time instead of learning more productive things. I think this is the most important topic in philosophy because everything revolves around here and it is interesting too. Other things are just looking around the bush. We do science, search for the origin of the universe and stuff, everything ultimately to find the origin and the meaning. Because truth is only relevant to human beings, and without us nothing is relevant. It will just be nothing. There's also a form that we score what and what nothing. The nothing form is interesting. So what is phenomenology? Phenomenology is the study of how things feel in your personal experience. Just to make it very simple. philosophy's way of saying describe, don't explain. Phenomenology is a study of appearance. It's about finding objectivity within the subjectivity or finding the non-objective truth, but not about things in themselves kind of truth. Phenomenology says your feelings does matter. Your feelings matter. The thing is, in things in themselves, there's no emotion. So in science, a doctor can easily cut her daughter without any emotions. They're even trained to do that. But in phenomenology, it will be very hard for him to do that like in feeling movement. So because of the influence of modern science and all this caring about only facts, objective stuff, etc., people become more like emotionless, like a robot. People war is either for the sake of war and duty and order from above, with no emotions. Even Ashwasam son was killed in war. So it's
louder.
so it's so in the whole in society and in philosophy, the need for this elephant in the room, and you do this phenomenology, and every philosopher adopted it too. Pragmatism, what is it? According to Webster's dictionary,
According to
Webster's
dictionary, okay.
Webster's dictionary, they define truth as the body of real things, events, and facts, actuality. And then the pragmatism came in and asked, who the hell said that? And gave their own definition of truth. Pragmatism is the idea that truth is something that works in practice and has useful or meaningful real world results. Healthy amount of subjectivity is good, but too much of subjectivity again creates chaos, like gender pronouns, etc. So, there is a very popular Twitter meme. I think this somehow related to pragmatism. So, pragmatist people or pragmatism will say, we don't know the intricacies of this mechanism, but if it works, then it's fine. So, for example, if your sink is leaking, a pragmatic person cares less about why it is leaking and more about how to fix it. Unlike our respected teacher, who is skeptic all the time, not being skeptic all the time is also useful. I was also skeptic about many things, and one time when I was sitting inside the class, Santa Mary came and waved her hand and told me, "Hey, Mr. Skeptic, come here." Can I come? Hey. So, if you talk, for example, if you are being very skeptical, then you can. If you are being very skeptical, then like we can't even sit on the chair because like we don't know if we sit down on the chair whether it will break or not. We don't have the proof that that chair will break or not. If we being very skeptical, then we can't sit on the chair because we don't have any proof whether the chair will break or not. But we sit on it because it's impractical to analyze and get proof from everything. We sometimes believe that chair will break, but it's not the proof. So most of the things are like that. For mental analysis, skepticism is good, but in real life it is impractical. So in short, the theme of pragmatism is focusing on what actually works to achieve goals, not just what sounds good or better. Nihilism. Nihilism, according to Webster dictionary again, is a viewpoint that traditional values and beliefs are unfounded and that existence is senseless and useless. In simple terms, it is a philosophical belief that life has no inherent meaning, value, or purpose. It is a very simple concept but very dangerous practically. I have a small book before here at the end called Months from Underground, a very popular book by Fyodor Dostoevsky, a great Russian novelist. It is just around 100 pages. It's funny, cringy, and bitter. You can see the glimpse of nihilism here. You can't hide anything from Dostoevsky. He'll dig up everything. Read again. It's so far. Nietzsche's concept of existentialism. here's the final part which we've been waiting for. The Nietzsche's concept of existentialism from his book, Good and Evil.
Good and evil.
Good and Evil.
Okay.
Also from his other sources in his core ideas. He talks about some funny things in this book also. Like he asks, why people always question about the existence of God only, but not the existence of the devil. This popular idea
Existence of
devil.
devil. Okay. Okay.
This popular idea of be yourself, be authentic, is based on existentialism, which we always saw in modern times in social media, songs, movies. I thought it's a very new concept, but surprisingly, it's a very old concept. So what's existentialism? Existentialism is a philosophical movement that emerged in the 19th and 20th centuries with a view that life has no inherent meaning and focus on the individual's experience of existence, freedom, and the search for meaning in seemingly indifferent or absurd universe. It emphasizes personal responsibility, authenticity, and the idea that humans create their own meaning through choices. Meaning means our feelings and our experience with life, with phenomenology studies. It is a practical endeavor. It is pragmatic, and we have to find it and create it by ourselves from our vast world of emptiness and meaninglessness. So here, we discuss only 4 points, and that's it. And this is not an idea from a self-proclaimed guru, from great. This is not an idea from a self-proclaimed guru, but from a great philosopher. So, first thing first, here we talk about these things. First, let me summarize it. This idea will be like this. Don't follow the herd mentality. Nietzsche says, what we have called universal values, what we have called truth, has always direct example of what he said. What we have called universal values, what we have called truth, has always only ever been the personal expression of those who promoted them. Nietzsche believes a rigid society creates what he called the herd mentality. Like a herd of animals, a herd mentality aims towards sameness, comfort, and the preservation of its population. Similarly, the moral code of society has been fabricated by other individuals and then imposed on other people so the society can have control over human behavior. Although they can protect us from certain extreme human behaviors, it also limits our individuality and creativity. In real life, more often than not, it is the case that morality is preached in a very strict way. It is also the attitude of the majority of people that we do not. Majority of the people that do not want to stand out from the group in fear of being rejected. Therefore, every person that stands out too much, according to the representative of those groups, is someone that seems terrifying and dangerous. It is a well-known fact that people are afraid of the unknown, and that is perfectly mirrored in this dynamic. Whether it is Galileo being killed for thinking outside the box, it is all cut from the same cloth. The heart consists of people that have amputated, is cut off their creativity, dreams, and goals, and are feeling insecure and even threatened by everyone that exhibits those qualities. Those people are afraid of change, afraid of admitting to themselves that some of their potential has not been fully realized. You can start by questioning and silencing those negative voices that you internalize. Also, being strong-minded and courageous helps you withstand the frightening feeling of stepping out of your comfort zone, since it's an integral part of becoming who you really are. Second point, it talks about embrace the difficulty of self-discovery. In the words of Nietzsche, quote, no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself, unquote. Our instinctive and intuitive reaction is to evade all those pain and suffering. The technology and the easiness of achieving everything has made us ungrateful, and we have forgotten that suffering is an integral part of life. However, according to Nietzsche, it's only when we are willing to face the challenges of life that we are spiritually growing. In 1873, when he was 29 years old, Nietzsche addressed this fundamental question of how we find ourselves in a beautiful essay titled Schopenhauer as life to maximize their potential, they need to take a difficult path, which often leads to isolation. Being alone is not easy, but this is one of the prices someone must pay for a privilege of owning themselves. You need to strive to be free, and this might be due to severe difficulties in your life. You should decide to embark in the quest for getting your freedom to be yourself. Bob Dylan, from his 1966 album Blonde on Blondes, lyrics says, to live outside the law, you must be honest.
Live outside the?
To live outside the law. To live outside the law means like freedom. To
Okay.
live outside the law, you must be honest. It just means to live a free life, you must be authentic. So if you are a liar, then you can't be an existentialist. So to be free means also to be free from all the physiological and psychological needs. In other words, do not let them drive you, but for you to drive them instead. Nietzsche's philosophy on this point is somehow similar to modern day motivational gurus and thought leaders, but the similarity is only on the surface. Nietzsche goes deeper, to look deep into your fears, to analyze the deepest emotions, your darkness, and to rise above them. Nietzsche encourages us to quote, challenge our own demons, unquote. But you should not cast them out. Just beyond them, there's deep meaning which you should try to understand. You need to get out there in the world, do things, and immerse as an individual with a distinct strain of character and a much richer inner nature. How far you can go depends on how much you are willing to pay for them. To get in touch with the inner genius, you must walk a path no one has walked before. As you are unique, and no one can walk that path on your behalf. Finding yourself is finding your uniqueness, the unique set of values and things you truly love and which represent you. Say yes to what gives you meaning. To quote Nietzsche, he who has a why can bear almost any harm. Unquote. It simply means if we have a strong sense of purpose or aim, then we can endure anything. Nietzsche's philosophy proposes that we say yes to whatever gives us meaning in our own lives, the things we find value in personally. In ages past, the meaning of everything was assured by God. However, according to Nietzsche, in an increasingly secular and scientific society, one can no longer turn to religion to find meaning. He found this concerning, as a typical person would be driven to nihilism. So he offers us three solutions that we, as individuals, can try to use to find in our lives. His first suggestion was to replace reason with philosophy, art, music, literature, theater, and other parts of humanities to provide similar values. The humanities offer us the ability to contextualize our sufferings, our efforts, and a chance to see our lives as not so different from those around us. However, it is important that we see them as a tool for living and not just as an academic study. See them as a way to edify yourself, watching tragedy plays to see and comprehend the beauty in set events, not just entertainment. If humanities do not interest you, then Nietzsche suggests a second option of becoming an overman. The overman is a superhuman that creates his own meaning and values without refrains or outside influences, such an individual can overcome the problem of the meaning of life by simply invoking his own meaning and taking full responsibility for it. According to Nietzsche, only few men came close to being an romance. And they were Julius Caesar, Napoleon Bonaparte, the Buddha, and Goethe. For us humans, we can hope to find some meaning in looking inward. If becoming a superhuman isn't something you value, then Nietzsche suggests another method to find meaning, which is loving your life. No matter what it is in it. Call it anophagy, the love for faith. It's one of Nietzsche's most interesting ideas. To love your faith is to know that everything that has happened in your life, the good, the bad, and indeed the ugly, has contributed to who you are and what you are doing at this very moment. Trying to tell yourself will lead to some failures, but embracing those failures alongside your success can help restart the love of life, and can help you see the feeling, see the meaning of it during the worst moments. And the last thing is find your true values. This is the last thing for Nietzsche. Nietzsche asks us, oh, what if someday or might a demon were to steal after you with your loneliness, they say to you, this life as you now live, as you now live it and have lived it, you'll have to live once more in innumerable times more. Would you not throw yourself down and gnash your teeth and press the demon who spoke thus? Unquote. Nietzsche believed that we need to create our own values to live the quote-unquote greatest weight. The greatest weight is a metaphorical situation put forth by Nietzsche. This represents the feeling that crushes you into repeating past mistakes because of the unevaluated values interpreted from your heart. The goal of this concept is to make you ask yourself, is what you are doing truly meaningful, or are you just acting out what thinks is right? If you think that the things you are doing are worth repeating eternally, then you can be sure you are fully individuated. You have enough courage and strength to live the greatest way. If you do not think that the way you have been living is worth repeating innumerably, chances are you haven't formed your own value. You are still a slave to your society, and worse yet, a slave to yourself. Thus, you are not a fully developed individual yet. True good lies beyond standard definitions of good and evil. Most of us live our lives in our self-imposed jail. Our jail cells are mainly presubscribed by social beliefs that captivates the wildness and individualism of the human spirit. Many of us submit to the comfort of this space. To break free and to create your own values and meaning in life, you have to undergo through this rebellious phase. You need to have the courage to break the chains of tradition, of religion, of society, and perhaps you even have to distance yourself from several people in your life. When you feel overtaken by the greatest weight, you don't need to hide your aspirations, but instead you need to break out from your self-based prison and chase after the dreams that is meaning to your life. Here's the conclusion. I think ultimately philosophy is not to make people confused and make them spin infinitely. I think philosophy ultimately is to give the limited best solution. Like Husserl trying to stop wars and hatred by introducing the new revolutionary concept called phenomenology, and Nietzsche trying to maintain the meaning by providing the backup plan in the face of declining traditional values, culture, religion, which have been the great foundation of thinking for centuries for mankind. From the boring metaphysics to ontology to epistemology to phenomenology to pragmatism, etc., and ultimately to existentialism, that's what philosophy is all about, giving meaning to our lives. And lastly, I'll end up with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who says, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. So here's my reference. Number one is the Modern Philosophical Revolution by David Walsh. Number two, Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. Number three, Notes from Underground Theodore Dostoevsky. Because I explained about existentialism too less, so I put it here. These are all practical books.
Washroom brother.
Huh? What's that?
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm not.
He is making his own reference. And he is